Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Yeah, we're over here at the new table. Well, not the new table. It's I got this table from Pierre from uh, the Heat Seeker bus when he was out back in 2020. He apparently somebody left this table behind at his prior campsite, and everybody was gone, so he just put it in his bus. And then when he got here, he said, "You want another table?" And I said, "Sure." So I'm making use of it. I use it sometimes for doing construction work and stuff like that. But right now, it's going to double as a seed starting area because it gets it up a little bit higher and allows the sun to come in through that window and cast across all of the plants. And it's been doing a good job. You can see my plum tree here, but that's coming out of the rootstock. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like peach, but that's hard to say because you see it's got little points on the edges of the leaves here, and this peach doesn't have that. So there's a difference there. So I don't know what kind of rootstock is down there. I gotta quit doing that. I plant them and then I don't tag them. I need to start tagging them. I got plenty of the little tags here. I got probably 3 or 4 more of these bundles out in the greenhouse. So what I could do is, where the little hole is on the bottom here, I can slip a piece of string through there and then tie it onto the tree, onto the rootstock, or onto the grafts, and then I know what they are. And see, here I put cross grafts on there, but I didn't say what the cross grafts were. So if I separate these things and move them out someplace else, I'm going to go, now what the heck did I graft on there? Well, those two are plum grafted on there, and this one would have been peach that came over this way. And the peach looks like it's didn't take. It looks like it's drying out. So I'll have to remove that. Now I did do a little skin scrape on here, and I did see some green underneath. So I don't know if this peach up here took or not. That leave it, let it sit for a little while longer, and we'll see. All right, so let's get over here. I brought some more planters in so I can get some more seeds started. Those seeds over there I planted in different pots over here back in February, and nothing came up. So I'm saying that those are bad, so I'll just mix them in with the wild bird feed and put it in the wild bird feeder. Same with the peas that I had started, the sweet peas. They all just softened up and went to goo inside of there. So I found another Burpiana early pea here, and they look like they're pretty decent. Not the best yet, but I'm going to try them. So I did transplant those into the sugar peas, sugar snap peas here, and I'll change that label on there to say Burpiana and the date as of today. So I did that on the Simpson lettuce too. Those weren't coming up, so I replanted those today, and I changed it to 327 on there. I got to do the bell pepper. I know I've got more bell pepper seeds out there in unopened packets, but look over here. I got another tomato coming up in that one right there. So I did end up with 6 of the large cherry reds, which is what I want. Now I won't have to grow all 6. I'll probably just grow 3 of them, but I can give the other ones off to my neighbors. So neighbors who are watching this, if you are interested in cherry red tomato plant, claim them in the comment section below. Or if you don't want to claim them in the comment section so everybody knows who's my neighbor, then email me or text me. You do. I know you have that. Now you see the white stuff on here. That's all ground up eggshell. Eggshell is really good for tomato plants because tomato plants like calcium. They really like calcium. So I put some extra on there. And then when I do the transplant, of course, some of the ground up eggshell would go into the hole where I'm planting the new tomatoes. Over here, I got 2 here, 1 there, and 2 there in the Ace 55s that weren't coming up before. But I did replant those, and they're coming up now. And you can see I added eggshell to those also. And then I added eggshell over here. This is my salad tomatoes. And they're coming up really nice. And over there, yeah, I threw a avocado pit in there because I didn't have any place else for it. My friend Andy gave me a couple of avocados when he was up last, and I ate them. They were delicious. So I got one of the seeds here and another seed in a water pot by the kitchen sink. But those are my those are the delicious over there. So these aromas, yeah, I switched them around, I guess. Yeah, these are the aromas, and those are the delicious over there. So I have a lot of extra tomato plants on those. Neighbors interested in some tomato plants? Angie, are you going to be coming back up again for another visit? You want some tomato plants? Let me know. My cabbage, I got 6 of those, and that's what I want to plant. My kale, I got 6 of those. That's what I want to plant. My broccoli, I have 6 of those, and that's what I want to plant. So those are all up to date. Fava beans, I see one that's just starting to break ground over here earlier. Today I put in some jalapeno seed here and some there from a jalapeno that I had that was going bad. And these I haven't planted in yet. My cilantro, I'll grow all the cilantro I can because it goes fast. So one plant, cut it off, that's one meal. So, yeah, as I do that, as I cut one off, I keep an eye on it. As if it's not starting to grow again, I'll stick another seed in right beside where that plant was growing, and that usually pops up about the same time that the old plant starts growing some more leaves. Okay, in here, you see my little starter right there coming up? I had that pot of soil with some seeds in it in my refrigerator since last fall. I think they're apple seeds. So I'm not sure if they were apple or pear seeds. So I just wrote apple or pear on there, and I'll be able to tell once the leaves pop out. I'll be able to tell what they are. All right, so I got that. Now over here on this side, I got some thyme. Thyme is on my side. Yes, it is. It's on this side. Yes, it is. Anyway, you know, thyme heals all wounds. You think that's funny? It's not. Actually, thyme is an herb with medicinal properties, and it's usually used for bacterial or fungus infections. Helps on that. It also you can make tea with thyme, and that's good for getting rid of coughs. If you have a irritating cough that's been bothering you. Now, don't confuse this thyme, or was that last time? No, don't forget thyme. Don't confuse it with wild thyme. They're 2 different plants. Okay, so this is the edible herb thyme type of thyme, and the other one would be the wild thyme. You want to use the herbal thyme for your medicinal purposes. All right, so I got through all of that, and then down here, of course, I got some more seeds going, and in there I had bought some Gala apples, and I pulled the seeds out of there and I put them in that seed starter bag with a wet paper towel and on 322. And those seeds have puffed up to about 2.5 times the size they were inside the apple itself. So they may be getting ready to pop and sprout, and then I'll get those planted too. Remember the story of Johnny Appleseed? Here's a little history for you. Johnny Appleseed went around the country planting apple seeds everywhere. Everywhere he went, he planted apple seeds. That's why there's so many wild apple trees growing around different places around the country. Well, most of those apple trees that he planted all came up to be crabapple trees. They grow these little tiny cherry-sized apples. Some of them are edible, some of them are really bitter or sour. But for the most part, if you have a crabapple tree, you can cut it right down to just the stump, at the base stump, no matter how big it is, and then do bark grafts all the way around it with branches or scions from other good apple trees, and you can grow multiple apples off of that old stump. That's called changing the variety through grafting. So remember that. Crabapple trees can be reused. So I got something else popping up right there I just noticed. And that should be sweet basil. That should be basil, and that should be basil. Basil and tomatoes, they're companion plants. They grow together really well. Over here in the sweet basil, only one came up. These two didn't. So I will replant those with some different basil seeds, which I do have because I did replant some of them already. All right, we'll see what we're going to get out of all of this, right? Still too cold. Going to go below freezing again tonight. So still too cold to bring these things outside. But that's okay because I moved some compost and garden soil into the garden. I need to get that mixed into place. Rain's supposed to come this week, so that's a good thing. Don't forget your thumbs ups and don't forget to subscribe. Remember, this whole year, a whole year of 2023, free subscriptions to G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways. And anybody has any specific things they want to know about being off-grid, growing things, and tools that you should have, things like that, leave them down in the comment section. I usually get back to everybody that leaves a comment within 24 hours, if not right away. I'm good at that. So do it. And thank you for joining me. This is G-Bear signing off.